Estefania, it's great to see you today.
Thank you, Jason. Great to see you too.
Estefania, as a Venezuelan who has thoroughly studied Venezuelan Russian relations, and moreover, having served as a diplomat for the opposition to Maduro, can you tell us just in a few words what's the relationship exactly between Moscow and Caracas?
Regarding your question about Russia, maybe a lot of people doesn't know and doesn't see it as very obvious what's the interest and how can Russia be related to this, what is going on in Venezuela. But it's actually in a big interest of Russia that Maduro stay in power. You can even see it in the Russian media. They write all the disinformation about this event. They have been there as observers. They legitimate the fraud. They were the first. Even President Vladimir Putin was the first to congratulate Maduro in a statement. So Russia has been quite present during all this campaign of Maduro. Even the general persecutor of Maduro, which is acting like arm of oppression in Venezuela, was in Russia like a couple of weeks ago. And the general persecutor of Russia was in Venezuela recently also. So it seems like they have a common plan. Right now, there are protests in all Venezuela, in mostly every city, because they are defending their votes. They are defending the winner of Edmundo Gonzalez. So you see the armed force of Maduro going to repression this. And this is for sure a plan that Maduro designed together with Russia. I mean, we have seen that before also in Russia during the last election of Putin. They also did the same. So they're trying to do the same in Venezuela to make repression against the people, to not allow the people to express what is going on, and for sure the end of the regime.
So, what do your friends inside of Venezuela who are attending the protest say? How's the situation on the ground right now?
This protest, even I was reading in the Russian media today, they said that it was Maria Corina who called the people to go to the street and to make violent protests, which is not true at all. It is completely spontaneous protest of the people went to the street yesterday, Monday, to defend their votes. There are pacific protests, but they want to show that they're not okay with Maduro still in the elections, and they express their will in the elections. They vote. We are managing numbers, 65% of votes to Edmundo Gonzalez and less than 30% to Maduro. So actually, the regime is trying to steal almost 3 million of votes that they are just give it to Maduro, because they announced that Maduro won with 51% against 44% of Edmundo Gonzalez. But all the elections day was full of irregularities. It was violence against the voters. It was violence from the militaries, that they have a role during all the electoral process, because they have to custody the center of where the people vote, and it's supposed to protect the people. But what they were doing is they were trying to stop the witnesses of opposition to be present in there. They were even closing centers of votation. They were removing the machines. I mean, they were putting a lot of trouble for the people to vote, because it was overwhelming. The people went all together, even from the night before election, to make the queue to express themselves. This is something that we've never seen before. So now they're trying to to cover the sun with a finger, as we said in Venezuela. But the people is very determined. Of course, Maduro is willing to rise this violence, against the people. We have seen that before. I mean, this is a repressive regime, but the people is very determined, and this is something very important. And they have to protect the human rights of the people. This is in our constitution. This is our right to protest and to defend our democracy.
Mm. So, looking ahead, it sounds like you're quite certain that the protests will continue. The protesters don't seem like they want to give up. Is that correct?
Well, it seems like this. Yesterday, it started even the something that it didn't happen so much before is in the popular songs. You know, the old what we call ghettos in Venezuela. That they used to be pro Chavez, you know, Chavistas mostly, and all these people right now is against Maduro, and they are expressing themselves. I mean, you know, they always say that this is the El Presidente Obrero, you know, the president of the poor people. Well, these people, they were the first going out to protest and to defend their votes for Edmundo Gonzalez. And, you know, the people is very determined, and you cannot stop them. I mean, this is not that it was Maria Corina who called them or Edmundo Gonzalez to call them to go to the street. This is the real the desire of the people to express themselves and do not allow the regime to steal the election.
So, in tangible terms, though, if Maduro were to fall, what would take place next in Venezuela? But also, what would that mean for Moscow?
This is something that right now will depend very much on the military force in Venezuela, because they are the one who will have to, you know, take the position or defend the constitution and put themselves on the side of the constitution and the democracy, or choosing, as there have been, the side of the dictatorship. And as you know, Jason, there is a huge cooperation, military cooperation between Maduro and Russia, exactly because of that. And with Cuba, they are penetrated the military forces in Venezuela because they know that this breaking point will depend on the militaries. So there is a lot of discontent in the military force, but we still need to see this breakpoint and to see the military force put themselves on the side of the constitution, and that will be very bad for Russia. Let's understand it like this: Venezuela is the door of Russia in Latin America. I mean, they expand their influence, or what they're trying to do in all Latin America and all the region. They do it through Venezuela. For them, Venezuela is very important. Many people does not believe it's not just about money. It is also about corruption. I mean, they schedule sanctions together. You know, they avoid sanctions together, and also narco-traffic, the blood gold mining. I mean, they have a lot of business together. That is not only because of you know, speech, you know. And also you need to understand that Russia and Venezuela, they are together in the international arena. I mean, in the United Nations, they all go in the same direction. They defend each other. I mean, Venezuela is one of the first country to support Russia in their invasion to Ukraine. So they are completely partnership. This is a complete partnership, and for Russia, will be very bad to lose this influence in Latin America, very close to the United States. But the people is very determined. It won't be Russia able to do nothing to stop what the people has decided to do.
So, Estefania, would you say then that there are parallels between the fight for freedom in Venezuela and with Ukraine's own fight for freedom?
this is Jason, just for you to understand it like this. This is a part of the same war that is going on in Ukraine right now. This is just another battle, but it's part of the same war between authoritarianism and democracy and freedom. So right now in Venezuela, there is another battlefield, and we try to do our best to win it.
Well, we hope that you succeed. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you.